Hi guys, happy Monday. Feed your ancestors. So, yeah, no more. There's been no more harassing of people from my YouTube channel. So, yes, the person got the message finally. So it's not going to happen again. So thank God. Wow, how much snow are you guys getting where you are? This is insane. Seriously insane. It's never been this cold in my entire life. So, alright. So, Greencastle ghost stories. They finally found the ghost story that you sent me. So, here we go. Alright, so Greencastle, Indiana. It's just amazing. It's pretty cool. The video is even more amazing. So just look up Greencastle. Greencastle, Indiana on YouTube. Right here. And type in Greencastle haunting plus story. And it should pop right up. So, alright, so this is by Margaret Disler. Cool. Alright, thank you, Margaret, for this. Alright, so the brisk fall weather may not be the only explanation for the sudden chills that appear late at night. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Our chills are purely from the cold. Alright, okay, where did I go? Okay, so for decades, how do I say that name? I don't think, Putnam County residents and DePaul students alike have connected their shivers to the various ghost stories associated with certain places in the area. So, as the Halloween festivities draw to a close, those wanting to get scared do not have to travel far as they may think. So, okay, while Wes Wilson, coordinator of DePaul Archives and Special Collections, said he likes well-documented stories that come about from facts. He is quick to provide students with resources if they are interested in learning more. So, every year, he is approached by individuals curious about the library's copy of James McPherson's The Poem of Ossian, the son of Fingal, who is said to be haunted. The book is haunted? So, quote, the story makes it kind of fun and interesting and brings people into the special collections every year, unquote, Wilson said, quote, but the importance to us is that it's part of a larger collection, unquote. Alright, so, while Wilson is interested in the historical nature of ghost stories, senior Austin Bonta enjoys the entertainment value of the urban legends. Yeah, I like both. I think both are pretty amazing. So, alright. So this fall marks Bonta's second year landing the DePaul Haunted Tour, where he shares the myths of the community's haunted past, and with those who join the tour. Bonta said that urban legends help individuals attach meaning or deeper memories to places they know and care about. Alright. That's very different. Never heard it put that way. I like it. Alright, so, where'd I go? Where did I go? I don't know where I went. Shoot. Okay, so quote. Alright, every college has ghost stories, or some sort of haunting type tale. That may or may not be true, but students pass it down, unquote. Bonta said, quote, I think it's important because it matters to students to make their place feel special, unquote. That's a very different way of putting all that together. Very different way. So, Bonta will be leading the second part of his DePaul Haunted Tour tonight at 8 p.m. This was back in 2012. So, not today. The tour, which is open to the public, will start at the steps of the UB building. Alright. So we have a couple stories here. So Roy O. West. All right, so this is a pretty strange one. So locked away on the second floor of DePauw's archives and the special collections area resides the poem of Ossian, the son of Fingal, part of a collection of books donated to the university by former Indiana Governor James Whitcomb. After his death in 1852, according to legend, a boy was so engaged in the book, he snuck the book from the restricted section of the library and took it home to finish it. Alright, who hasn't done that? I haven't ever. Alright, so after a long night of reading, the boy turned off his lights to go to sleep. The boy, sensing that he was not alone, woke up to the ghost of Whitcomb. That is terrifying. That's terrifying. When Whitcomb's ghost demanded the whereabouts of the book, the boy panicked, promising to never take a restricted book out of the library again, and return the book the following morning. That would be very terrifying, traumatizing to see that man, and especially his lineage, the people that are, after him. Alright, so, much later, a group from Hoosier State Paranormal, I wonder where they are. I wonder where you guys are, Hoosier State Paranormal. Decided to investigate the archives collection and set up a special equipment to search for the ghost. Where did I go? I keep losing my place. To search for the ghost of Governor Whitcomb and his presence near the book. So the group set up their equipment after the library closed, turned off the lights, and within a few minutes witnessed a flash of light slide down from the computer screen at the end of the table where the book sat. That's interesting. What do you guys think of that? Investigators discussed the recorded audio of the ghost responding, "I'm dead," unquote, when asked about the whereabouts of Governor Whitcomb. So, Edna Collins Bridge. Ooh, I think this one's going to be good. Alright, so, the Edna Collins Bridge, known as one of the most famous bridges in the Putnam County, is rumored to be one of the most haunted places in Indiana. According to the myth, the spirit of Edna Collins began to haunt the bridge after she drowned there in the early 1920s. So the bridge, built by her father, James Collins, was christened after the marriage and birth of James and Sarah's fourth child, Edna. As a young girl, Edna would request permission from her parents to take her dog for a swim in the Little Walnut Creek that ran behind the bridge. So the Collins would drop their daughter and the dog off at the creek in Greencastle, and would indicate their return later by honking their car horn. Okay, we see how these urban legends get started now? Alright, so, how many times did they have to honk? So, honking their car horn, return later by, just honking their car horn. So one day when her parents came back to pick her up and honked their horn, and Edna did not respond. Despite multiple honks, Edna did not answer. Her parents, scared, left the car to look for her, only to find her dog near the creek. The dog then led the Collins to where Edna's body was in the creek. So to this day, visitors have said to witness seeing the ghost of the young girl behind the bridge with her dog, waiting for her parents' return. That's sad. That's very sad. That's a very sad ghost story. I don't know. So, alright, that, you can kind of understand where these come from different other bridge hauntings. Oh, we have more. Alright, Sellers Cave. That would be fun. Caves, abandoned asylums. I love abandoned hospitals. I think that would be even more incredible to go see. Alright, so Sellers Cave. So from the 1800s to the 1950s, DePauw students would stroll through the woods with their significant others and sneak romantic moments in this secluded Sellers Cave. That does sound romantic. Very romantic. Alright. So, today, the cave is now closed off and condemned as one of the most haunted landmarks in Greencastle. Where do I find this? I will find these places and go to them. So, according to myth, the tunnels ran underneath most of DuPois campus, and another cave near Boone Hutchinson Cemetery, when slaves jumped off the New Albany train near the forest. So they snuck into the tunnels that ran through the town of Greencastle and DuPois campus. Clever. It is said that some of these exits and entrances to the tunnels may lie under East College, Old West College, which is now Roy O. West Library, and near the Pi Beta Phi sorority house. So due to illness and starvation, many slaves did not reach their destinations. That's sad. Some reports described bodies falling out of the caskets and into the cave. Okay, that's not what I want to go see. A ghost police officer has also been said to guard the inside of the cemetery. Okay, well that's good. We have a ghost. A police ghost at that. Guarding. The snow is ridiculous. It really is. I can't believe how much. It just keeps coming. Stupid. Oopsie doopsie. Sorry guys. Alright. Okay, so. Okay, now we have East College. So, one rainy night, a janitor heard the cries of a young woman coming from somewhere in the building. So while he was cleaning, upon opening the door to a room, he discovered the cries were coming from a lady dressed in a long black coat near the stairway. When he asked the lady if she was alright, shook her head slowly in response. So throughout his shift, the janitor continued to check on the woman to see if she was alright, and received the same response. Okay, when he checked on her a third time, she was gone. Wow. Okay, according to legend, this was the ghost of an abducted girl who was hung in Meharry Hall. It is believed that her body was buried under the concrete of East College and still lurks throughout the building. Wow. That's a little insane. That's very insane. Very, I like it. I love these stories. I think that they're amazing. So, alright, Pulliam Center of Contemporary Media. There's always a ghost story in any kind of theater. Any theater. So, while assembling the Pulliam Center of Contemporary Media, builders approached trouble when constructing the elevator shaft. In the process, one of the streams under the building flooded into the elevator shaft. As a result, one worker was discovered dead, lying face down in the flood. So, construction continued on as usual. So, evidence of ghost activity was not present until weeks after, when a screaming sound was heard through the pipes near the elevator, traveling through the media building. The ghost has also been said to be responsible for operating the elevator. How fun is that? How fun is that? So, wow. Those are some nice, I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, a must read. Oh, that's just for college kids. So, okay, so we have that. Okay, yes, on the YouTube, if you want to see this, go to, just type in Greencastle ghost footage plus story, and it's on YouTube, and it'll have in parentheses proof that ghosts exist. So, okay. Oh, Okay, local news. Local haunts featured in book. Oh. I have to to read more. You have to subscribe. I don't want to subscribe. Local news. Ghost story haunts imagination of county. Let's see if I... Oh, nope. I have to fucking log into that too. Okay. Covered bridges offer... Okay. Covered bridges offer haunted tales. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright, so there is, no, I don't want to. There's Edna Collins's bridge, where the parents would have to honk for their daughter to come. It's kind of creepy looking. A little bit. Yeah, okay, so photo provided by, provided photo. The haunting of Edna Collins Bridge is just one of several covered bridge hauntings that take place in a tri-county area that includes Park County, said to be the covered bridge capital of the Midwest. Okay. And there's nothing here. There is not a thing there. It's very odd, so... Alright. Ashes. Ashes everywhere. More results. Okay. Bobby Mackey's Music World. Alright. Ooh, okay, so... Okay. Alright, the Bryan home in Greencastle, Indiana. Which looks pretty creepy. If you guys can see that, I don't think you can. You can get a little bit of a glimpse there. That's pretty strange. So. Alright, so Pearl Bryan, the daughter of a wealthy farmer, was an attractive young woman who lived in Greencastle, Indiana in 1896. She was the youngest of 12 children. Okay, so she was the youngest of 12 children from a prominent family, and by the age of 22 was one of the most popular girls in the area. So she had graduated from Greencastle High School in 1892 and had more than her share of suitors. So unknown to her friends and the polite members of Greencastle society, Pearl was pregnant. Her cousin and close friend William Wood had recently introduced her to Scott Jackson, who was then attending the Ohio College of Dental Surgery in Cincinnati. He and Wood, who was then attending medical school at DePauw University, became close friends, and unbeknownst to Wood, Jackson was an alleged member of the occult group that met the former slaughterhouse in Wilder. Jackson's family was a well-to-do as the Bryans, and so he was immediately accepted as a suitor for Pearl. So, he soon seduced her, however, and she became pregnant. Pearl turned to Wood, who in turn informed Jackson of the problem. So, he made arrangements to remedy the situation with an abortion in Cincinnati. So, alright, so Pearl left her parents' home on February 1st of 1896 and told them that she was going to Indianapolis. Ooh, very close. Instead, she made plans to meet with Jackson and his roommate, Alonzo Walling, in Cincinnati. It would be the last time that her parents would ever see her alive. She was at the time 5 months pregnant. Wow, that's sad. So, Jackson's medical skills were apparently much more in-depth that he led his friends William Wood to believe. He first tried to induce an abortion using chemicals, apparently cocaine. Well, that's a waste. Kidding. So, this substance was later discovered in Pearl's system during an autopsy. After that, he tried to use dental tools, but botched that as well. Wow. Okay, so after an hour or so, Jackson and Walling has a frightened, injured, and bleeding young woman on their hands. And that's when the story takes an even darker turn. So here's a newspaper illustration of Pearl Bryan. Maybe if you guys can see her. It looks like a man. A little bit. So. Okay, so. The three of them left Cincinnati and traveled across the Ohio River and into Kentucky. Jackson took them to a secluded spot near Fort Thomas, and here he and Walling murdered Pearl Bryan using dental instruments. Okay, this sounds like American Mary. They served her. They severed her head from her body. It was a clean cut, according to the testimony of the doctor who later examined the body. He also determined that Pearl had been alive at the time because of the presence of blood on the underside of some leaves at the murder scene. Wow. Oh. Wow. So, alright, Pearl's body was found about 200 feet off of the Alexandria Turnpike and less than 2 miles from the abandoned slaughterhouse. So, as her head was nowhere to be found, Pearl was identified by her shoes. They bore an imprint of Louis Vuitton, and Louis and Hayes, a Greencastle shoe company. Yeah, no, not Louis Vuitton. That was able to confirm that they had been sold to Pearl Bryan. So during the trial that followed, Walling testified that it had been Jackson's idea to cut Pearl up and distribute her body in the Cincinnati sewers. Only the head was taken, for which Jackson apparently had other uses. Pearl's luxurious blonde hair was later found in a valise in Jackson's room. Okay. So, this kind of sounds like American Horror Story, too. Alright, so there is Alonzo Walling and Scott Jackson. I don't know if you guys can see them too well. Yeah, kinda. You can see Pearl better there. Yeah, can't really see. Wow. So, Pearl's head was never found, and legend has it that it was used during a satanic ritual at the slaughterhouse. It was then dumped into the well of blood and was lost. Jackson and Walling were brought to trial in 1897 and were quickly found guilty and sentenced to death. William Wood was later arrested and charged as an accomplice. Charges against him were dropped when he agreed to testify against the other two men. So, according to reports, Jackson and Walling were both offered life sentences instead of execution if they would reveal the location of Pearl's head. So both men refused. They went to the gallows behind the courthouse in Newport on March 21st, 1897. It was the last public hanging in Campbell County. Whoa. Alright. The gallows where Jackson and Walling were hanged. It's very creepy. Very creepy. So. Alright. So after the trial ended, the slaughterhouse fell silent and remained empty for many years. It was eventually torn down and a roadhouse was constructed on the site. During the 1920s, the place became known as a speakeasy and is a popular gambling joint. So local lore has it that during this period a number of murders took place in the building. None of them were ever solved because the bodies were normally dumped elsewhere to keep the attention away from the illegal gambling and liquor operation. Wow. That's intense. That's really intense. Alright, so now we have the nightclub here. So after Prohibition ended in 1933, the building was purchased by E.A. Brady, better known to his friends and enemies as Buck. So Brady turned the building in a thriving tavern and casino called the Primrose. Ooh, he enjoyed success for a number of years, but eventually the operation came to the attention of syndicate mobsters in Cincinnati. They moved in on Brady, looking for a piece of the action. Brady refused offers for new partners and outright bids to buy him out of the Primrose. Soon, the tavern was being vandalized, and customers were being threatened and beaten up in the parking lot. The violence escalated until Brady became involved in a shooting in August of 1946. Wow. So, he was charged and then released. He was charged and then released in the attempted murder of a small-town hood, Albert Red Masterson. So this was the last straw for Buck, and he sold out to the gangsters. So it is said that when he left, he swore the place would never thrive again as a casino. Brady committed suicide in September of 1965. Well, that's my birthday. Well, not 65, but yeah, whatever. So, wow. Whew. A lot of suicides. Okay, so after Brady sold out, the building reopened as another nightclub called the Latin Quarter. I would have loved to have gone there. Alright, so several times during the early 1950s, the new owners of the bar were arrested on gambling charges. In 1955, Campbell County deputies broke into the building with sledgehammers and confiscated slot machines and gambling tables. Apparently, Brady's promise had come to pass. That's pretty cool, though. So, it was also during this period for the lengths of the building gained another vengeful ghost. According to the stories, the owner of the club's daughter, Johanna, fell in love with one of the singers who was performing here and became pregnant. Her father was furious. So thanks to his criminal connections, he had the singer killed. Oh, that's lovely. Johanna became so distraught and she attempted to poison her father and then succeeded in taking her own life. Her body was later discovered in the now infamous basement, and according to the autopsy report, she was 5 months pregnant at the time. So just like the other one. Wow. Wow. So bad luck continued to plague the owners of the tavern. So in the 1970s, it became known as the Hard Rock Cafe, but it was closed down by the authorities in 1978 because of some fatal shootings on the premises. Wow. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Wow. Alright, okay, so we have Bobby Mackey's Music World, which is in Kentucky. So that's really nothing to do with, here. Wow. That's really crazy. So, yeah, the Bryan home in Greencastle, Indiana. It looks really cool. So, Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Haunted places in Greencastle, Indiana. Boone Hutchinson Cemetery. Alright, so, an apparition of a 1950s policeman is said to sit inside the graveyard with a blue light. Alright, other apparitions and phantom dogs with glowing red eyes also have been seen, and a cave said to be the cemetery premises has many spooky stories attached to it. So that is the Boone Hutchinson Cemetery. Alright, Cloverdale Cemetery in Cloverdale, Indiana. 9.8 miles from Greencastle, Indiana. So, the 1800s Cloverdale Cemetery is rumored to have graves of 7 beautiful witch sisters. Many urban legends center on the sisters. So, such as that those who walk around their graves 7 times by the light of a full moon would awaken the sisters' ghosts, which would chase them away. Wow. So, we have a lot. We have a lot here. In Indiana. Wow. Martinsville, Indiana. Indianapolis. There's a ton in Indianapolis. Bloomington. Tons. Bethel Cemetery, that's in South Bend. Wow. Oh. Wonder if it's just crazy. That really is crazy. Some of these, I mean, just some of these are amazing. The houses are just gorgeous. Oh, and there's even books. Haunted Indiana 2, Haunted Indiana 3, by Mark Merriam. Alright, so let's find out about the 7 sister witches. Shall we? I'm very interested in them. I'm very interested in them. If I can find it. I don't know where I went. This is hauntedplaces.org. Well, where did it go? Slippery Noodle Inn. That's always fun. Okay, where did the witches go? Come on. Step Cemetery. Sounds like Pet Cemetery. There's a new Pet Cemetery coming out too, which I'm very excited for. I think that's amazing. I can't find the witches. No, at all. Where did they go? Where did those 2 go? That's very odd. Oh, here we go. Okay, read more. Alright, here we go. This is Cloverdale Cemetery. Alright, so in the 1800s, Cloverdale Cemetery is rumored to have the graves of 7 beautiful witch sisters. So many urban legends center on the sisters, such as those who walk around their graves 7 times by the light of a full moon and would awaken the sisters' ghosts, which would chase them away. Witnesses have also reported orbs that seem to follow them. If you have a paranormal experience here or any additional information about this location, please let us know. Oh, and you get a map. Amazing. So, well, how do I know? How do I read more about this? Oh, okay, somebody actually had a really good experience right here. So this person's name I'm not going to reveal, just because I'm not sure, you know. Oh my god, it's still snowing. Christ, on a bike. Alright, so, hello. I just wanted to share my recent experience at the Cloverdale Cemetery with you. This sounds good. And also, it'd be cool if I could see the evidence you guys have collected. Very good call. Very good call. You're a smart cookie. Alright, so my friends and I decided we'd go check out the cemetery because it's supposed to be haunted, and we were in Cloverdale camping at my friend's family farmhouse. So it was around 12 a.m., the witching hour, when we set out to find the cemetery. We used my friend's GPS and took my friend C's van and my friend H's truck. There were 5 of us total. After a while, we found the cemetery and pulled into the drive that goes through the cemetery. So, she says, or he, I don't know. We all got out, and immediately there was an eerie feeling about the place. One of my friends was already starting to freak out, but we convinced him to just walk a little bit with us. So we began walking the main road that goes through the cemetery, and nothing really happened. My friend was trying to find out what to do to see the stuff on the internet, and I suggested that we go to the older part of the cemetery near the building. So we went to the back of the cars and decided we'd turn onto the road that goes in front of the building and older part of the cemetery. So at this point, my friend was freaking out so bad, is freaking out, and he convinces my friend H to drive him in the truck back to the main road. So me and my friends C and W decide that we are going to go ahead and park in front of the older part, turn the car off and wait. But first, she says we send W down that street to see if there was a place for us to turn around if something went weird. A few seconds later, he comes running back, yelling that he saw something. So she said, or he or she, we didn't really believe him, and we got in the van and pulled up in front of the old cemetery. We turned off the car and waited. Right away, I felt freaked out and told him to leave, and I didn't want to do it anymore. Then he told me just to wait 5 minutes. That's when stuff started happening. It sounded like muffled groans coming from the ground. I've had that happen. Very interesting to actually hear that. Very interesting to actually hear that stuff. So, I faintly saw something move near some of the headstones, and my two friends claimed they saw something walking around the graves. Then something happened that made us all freeze. It sounded like someone was dragging their fingernails across the roof of the van. When we snapped out of it, my friends struggled to get the van turned on, and then we drove fast towards the main cemetery road. We turned on the road, and we were about to make it to the main road when something, and I still don't know what it was, but it looked like a black figure crawling like it was draped in black fabric, like maybe a dress, crawled across the street at a rapid pace, and my friend slammed on the brakes, and it just disappeared. Very common. So my friend floored it, and we got the hell out of there fast. When we regrouped at a gas station, one of my friends suggested we check out the roof to see if there were nail marks, and there were. We all started freaking out, and my friend got a picture of it. I'll try to get the picture next time I see him. I swear this stuff happened, and it completely freaked everyone out, and we all slept in the van together that night. Sorry for the long story, but I was wondering if you'd possibly know anything about this. Any advice, warn against going back, etc. Wow. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so somebody else has another experience with that cemetery. Alright, so tonight is September 14th of 2015, and it's now approximately 11:52 p.m. on Aeon Day evening. Myself and my roommate, TJ, have just left the Cloverdale grounds of the cemetery. We have given multiple EVP readings and magnetic energy trackers to coincide with the area. So I will add that the myth behind circling the witch's grave is definitely false. However, it is an active ground for readings and some sightings, one of which you will come across a very distraught and angry pilot saying he will never leave, and a voice towards the main entrance peacefully crying out, help me. So if you would like these recordings, I'll gladly send you our evidence. We are still, however, investigating this area, but that's all we have for now. Any questions, feel free to email me. I like that. Okay, so walking around the witches' graves, the supposed witches, evidently. So yeah, there's no more stories. So, wow. So we have the clover. That's pretty cool. Martinsville, Indiana. We have Steps Cemetery. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a lot about Steps Cemetery in here. Alright, so Small Step Cemetery has about 25 graves and features in many local legends. Okay. From its founding by cult members to a grieving mother who committed suicide after losing her baby. Her apparition, according to witnesses, appears dressed in black and crying over the baby's grave. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of video footage on YouTube for this one. Oh wow. Okay, so here are some testimonies. Okay, I saw the lady crying and I did not know at the time that she was a ghost, so I kneeled down by her and tried to comfort her. She looked at me and said, "Leave and never come back." Wow, that's cool. So, alright. Ooh, here's a really good one. We went to the Step Cemetery one night, and you know what happened? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. However, it was a cool little cemetery. Cool. Awesome. Okay, now this one's kind of cool. So, just got back from there after the Lady in Black story had been debunked. Okay, it was debunked, and we were still interested enough to check it out. No indications of any kind of tri-field meter. No indications of any RF anomalies from 3 MHz or MHz to 3 gigahertz. Nothing in photographic images, nor in FLIR, FLIR images. No odd odors, no eerie feelings. In short, nothing. Except a bunch of toys and dolls and little cars and flowers. Wow. So that's that. Alright, so this one says, was there earlier this morning going into the forestry. My fog lamps went out. About 0.3 miles away, we noticed my tail lights went out, and then my gas light came on. Although I had a fourth of a tank left, and readout said 105 miles left, we finally reached the cemetery, but kept driving. Didn't want to risk being stuck out here if something was wrong with my car. By the time we got back to the 37, my tail lights and fog lamps were working again, and my tank was back to normal. That happened to me at Little Egypt Cemetery. So, okay, so another person, an anonymous user, says, I went around midnight and I saw a lady in black kneeling over a headstone. I walked slowly toward her, and she sprang up. I ran as fast as I could to my car to get out of there. Wow. So yeah, Step Cemetery Creepy Legends investigates. So you can find this on YouTube. Wow. You can find all this on YouTube. Alright, how about we do a little coffee talk, yeah? How interesting. I mean, this is just really interesting. So, it's fascinating. It really is. I've been up too early today. Way too early. Alright, hi my loves. Alright, Queen of Negativity. I love you. Haha, I love that. I'm mean, but I'm not evil. It's true. I am. I'm mean, but not evil. Same, mate. Fucking same. I'm sorry about your friend as well. Bullies are the worst. They're not even bullies. They're just trolls. And I know exactly who it is, so. Alright. I did not forget the Queen of Negativity. Ever. Promise. Dominidas. Hi. Thank you, Ryan. Saw your other videos. People harassing you. You know whom to complain to. Hehe. She gonna drive them away. Don't worry. I'll drive them away. Don't fuck with me. That's what you'll learn. Don't fuck with me. Alright. Wicked Witch. Hi. I love you. Made me upset, but tell him, because it's childish fucking ignorance. Yes, it is. It is. It's very childish for someone of that age to threaten a woman, especially if you're a man. That says a lot about your masculinity. and about your mentality. Okay, this is something I don't get, you guys. Why do people watch this Zozo video and then comment, okay, Eric Coleman, God please protect me after watching this. Traylon Hollier, God please protect me and my family forever. Serious? Are you serious? Reality check. Pinch yourself. Do something. Go outside, take some snow, and smash it in your face. That's real. Like Master Gods. Yes, I saw that Zozo under the table the first time. The second time it was gone. You guys are seeing shit because there's nothing in that video. I've watched it over and over, and there's nothing there. Alright, Drew's Paranormal Vlog. Hi. Hi, my love. How are you? I am very glad that you won an application. And if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, please check out my Instagram, which is Lucifer, which is linked to this channel. So I just couldn't get my thoughts together when the blood moon was happening, a couple days before it and a couple days after it. It was terrible. It was awful. I've never tried sushi, Ryan. You've never tried sushi? Oh my god. If I could get out of this and drive, I don't know if Grubhub would deliver to me, but I fucking want sushi. And it's lunchtime. Alright. So I've got to now. You love it. As always. Love from Scotland. Oh, I love you. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. Try sushi. Try your California roll first. So it's not like unbearably hot, because some sushi is very spicy, which I like. Okay. Famke Freckles. Hello, how are you? I only became aware of Oracle cards later last year and bought up a Storm. I only have a few from Doreen Unvirtuous and have noticed that the cards don't jump out like they do with other decks. It's because she is ridiculously, just ignorant and fucking lame. So I wouldn't even worry about it. It made sense once I read that she rebuked all of her decks. I was so shocked at this 180. It doesn't usually go that way around. Honestly, I've never heard of a spiritualist turning towards organized religion. So fucking weird. And oh my god, the shit you're reading out is so fucking laughable. I wonder what actually happened inside of her mind. Probably a mental breakdown. Midlife crisis, onset early dementia. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Syphilis? I mean, it makes you go crazy. So that's a possibility. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not diagnosing anybody with syphilis, but yeah. I don't know what happened to her. She just went woohoo. Very woohoo. I mean, woohoo. Lex. Hi. I missed you. I've been on an internet sabbatical. Ooh, you just have the most calming presence that makes my nightcap the most enjoyable. Love you. I love you. Aw. You are sweet. Alright, Kate the Witch. Hi, my love. Love this video. Lovely. See you for Sundays with Satan. I haven't been doing a video every day. I'm really getting into doing my cards and just sharing what the message of the cards are for everybody, because they're very on, like spot on, and it's cool. Alright, Jessica Andrews, you're welcome. Heart. Oh, I love you, my darling. Alright. Whoa, okay, Hedge Fredrickson. Why do you see the need to shield yourself if it's all in your head? For one, many people go kind of crazy, so you literally need protection from yourself. Literally. Alright. Hedge. Hello, and thanks for your reply. So basically you are saying that you should shield yourself against your own mind. How does that work? Yes. Yes. A lot of people need protection from themselves. Mind over matter. So that's why 99.9% of psychic attacks are in the head. But there are real psychic attacks, and if you're being really honest to freaking gods, attacked psychically, you're gonna know it. You will know it. Okay, when you know something is wrong, how do you go about finding out what it is? All the best, kind regards. If it's true, like I said, if it's a true psychic attack, you will know. You will definitely know. You can find out by readings, tarot readings. You can take an egg and you can do the egg down the body, crack it into a bowl of water or a glass of water, and that is how you tell. So, many people need protection from themselves, myself included. Alright, Dejin Dinners. Hi, men. I can help you with Wint. I can't take you seriously if you can't spell. I can't take you seriously at all. I can help, H-A-L-P, you, Wint, W-I-N-T, Wint Black Magic if you want to. I'm good. I'm really good, thanks. Alright. Damini Das, hello. Gay Misanthrope, hello. Kate the Witch, I love you. Dawn. Was that the Greencastle one that you sent me? Because I just found it. Burials at 75. LOL, bitch. I love it. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Oh, the next supermoon is February 19th, Lady Witch. Thank you. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Alright, Wit Engineer. Great video, thank you. Have you ever heard of Cylinders of the Pharaoh? Yes, I have. They help balance and heal the body, made from copper and zinc cylinders, soaked with quartz crystal, and when held produced up to 1.5 volts. Sold on Amazon and Etsy for only $29.99. Don't try to sell stuff on my channel. I'd make one on my own. Thank you. Alright, Jade, hi. Madame Sophia, I love you. Drew's Paranormal Vlog. Mike Hernandez, Going on Grumpy, hello. My Wicked Witch. Alright. Jen Zach, I love you. Janet, hi. Literally Magic, shout out. Kansas Ghost Story, shout out. April Levison, hi, I love you very much. Alright. Oh, Shelly 333, hi. Alright guys, it's still snowing after like an hour of this video, so time for lunch. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. I love you all. If you guys have a ghost story that you want me to read, share with the world, send it in to me. My email is below. And yeah, check out all of those, citations that I suggested and see for yourselves. So yeah, and if you have a ghost story personally yourself, send it to me. My email is below. I would love to know and hear and read it. I love ghost stories right now, and I don't know why. So, I love you all. Freezing, literally, from Venus all the way back down. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, I love you all.